Good afternoon, everyone. This is your host, Angelique Bolding. I am calling in from Raleigh, North Carolina, and we're going to go ahead and give everyone just a second to log on here. And in the meantime, I'm going to ask you all a favor. If you don't mind, just share in the chat section where you're calling in from, so I have confirmation that you can hear me okay. Awesome. Nice to have you, Michael. Well, it seems like we've got most of the US covered here then. Very nice. So we'll get started here in just a second. For you, those of you that are new, I'm going to add a link, and I'll continue to add some links as we go through the program throughout the webinar here. And this is a link for our real estate solution package. So if you're new to Photofy and you're interested in a comprehensive marketing solution, hopefully that's what brought you all here today. Go ahead and get started. You do have a 7-day free trial, so that gives you a good opportunity to get in there, create some fun content, and learn about Photofy as well as our training resources. So today's webinar will be similar to the webinars that we host each month, and it'll focus on a new marketing aspect of how to build your business and how to market your business using Photofy. So for today's lesson, we're going to discuss how to create a Facebook business page and how to leverage the power of Facebook to build and grow online communities of loyal customers. Because who doesn't love loyal customers, right? So as I mentioned, my name is Angelique Bolding, and I am the Director of Business Development here at Photofy and have been around the team since 2015. We've had a lot of incredible opportunities to work with partners across real estate, direct selling, franchise, retail, you name it. And our program was developed as a brand management and content creation tool, which enables distributed sales teams to be able to create and customize, and most importantly, localize their content whenever they need to, because it's right in their fingertips. Now, I will share, this is a little bit of a teaser for what's to come, but we will have a desktop version by the end of the year. That has been a really big question across our enterprise program. So that will be available, but we were actually created for agents like yourselves that are on the go. So if you're going between, say, a house closing or showing, an open house, or you're just generally trying to, fit in some engaging content between, the small time you have between going to all these different meetings and whatnot, we were created for people like yourselves that are on the go. And in doing so, our hope is that we reduce friction, so eliminating the need for multiple platforms and eliminating the need for any sort of file sharing from device to device or desktop to mobile. So that is a bit more about Photofy in our enterprise program. And we're going to dive into how to create a Facebook business page. So if you're brand new, or perhaps you've been around the block a few times and you're just trying to understand how Facebook has changed their landscape, because let's be honest, social media and technology advances so rapidly that content is constantly and ways of working are constantly being updated. So when creating a Facebook business page, the best opportunity that we create here is, we used to be a community where if you want to understand more about a business, you go straight to their website. Now, if you want to understand more about a business and get a feel for the brand experience, and even the owners, you go from website to Facebook page to, any other form of social media that they have, to really get a good feel about who they are, what kind of content they post, and how they're building their community. Now, especially in 2022, people are so much more privy to the brand experience and wanting to be a part of a brand experience that feels authentic. So as agents, what the awesome opportunity is that you have is to really shine and let your personality shine and share with your community how your experience differs from other. Now, I will say, I want to plug a little bit here, because we and recently, I think it was last month, did a webinar all about building your brand. So if that's something that you're interested in learning more about and the importance of building your brand for your community, I highly recommend checking out that webinar, and I'll be sure to link that back here as well. So the first step is just signing up. So a lot of us have personal pages already with Facebook. If you do not, you don't necessarily have to have one, but it will absolutely make this process far easier. So what you'll do is you'll navigate to facebook.com/page/create. Now here's where you start to get into the details. So adding your desired page or business name. While you can change that, you want to make sure that you're describing something that is not only easily searched. So you think about how SEO and search engine optimization works throughout the Google experience. You want to make sure that it's easy to search when you're using Facebook. You'll add your desired business name and select up to 3 categories that describe your page. Also very important because you think about keywords and what will drive people to your page. The next is you want to add a description about your business. Here is where we really want to see your why and your vision, your mission statement shine, so that when new people come to your page, you will understand and they will understand exactly what you're about. The next is create page. You can add images at this stage if you are ready to add images. We're going to go over how to create using Photofy here at the end. So that'll be a good opportunity for you to see how to create using Photofy so that you can plug those images in here. But I will also say that Facebook provides a pretty comprehensive and ongoing checklist of next steps. So if you've missed one step somewhere along the way, Facebook is really great about understanding and having the intelligence of knowing what part of your business page might be missing. So the next, we're going to look at adding those cover images. So at the end of this presentation, I'll take you over to a live demo of the Photofy for Real Estate Marketing solution, and we're going to create a cover image together. Now, if you have these ready, I do have at the beginning, at the top here, where it says cover image and profile image. So these are the pixels that you want to design within. It's very important to optimize your content and optimize the dimensions of your content so that it fits perfectly within the space and it's not cropping anything in an unwanted manner. So you'll upload easily where it says edit, you'll upload your images there, and the same thing with the circle for your profile images. Easily go ahead and get those updated. Now, the nice thing too is those will update on your feed. So anytime you're updating that, whether you have 0 followers or 100,000 followers or 10, that is where you will be able to update those features. Now, I do want to just briefly explain to this webinar is specific for our real estate marketing solution. So if you are an NAR member, we also have our NAR specific webinars the second Wednesday of the month. So you can catch that webinar next Wednesday at 4:30 p.m. Eastern time. So this webinar is more or less a marketing overview on some tips and tricks there. So hopefully everyone is in the right place and learning more about how to create a Facebook business page. So the next thing we're going to cover off on is creating your username. With the usernames, you can have up to 50 characters long, but you also want to make sure that that username is available. So Facebook will tell you if whatever you're trying to use isn't available, that will be your search mechanism for how they find you. So you want to make sure that you're not changing this up too much, that it still relates to the overall name of your page and not something too ambiguous that wouldn't be able to be remembered. Now, step 4, we're going to add some page details. So in the edit page info on the left-hand side, you're going to go ahead and add information about how people can contact you. Now, you'll also notice that if your page doesn't have, or your business doesn't have a specific email, website, or phone number, you can opt to remove that, or you can add in any of your other content specifics there. Again, I can't stress the importance enough of having a long form and a short form description. That way you are able to showcase and search, people can search for what they're hoping to find out about you and your business and what they can expect from your Facebook business page. I will also say that at any point in time when you are managing your page, you can edit your page info. When it comes to username or page name, you will be limited on how many times you can create, and you can change that. So hopefully you're not changing your name too much. Now, I stress this because telling your story is the biggest aspect of how you can really position yourself and your organization authentically. So when navigating to your homepage, you're going to look at the More along the bottom of the cover image, select About, scroll down, and select Add Additional Information. So just think of this as the more content that you can provide, the more of your story that you can showcase, and how you really explain to people what your why is and what they can expect, then not only will you have trusted followers, trusted individuals following your page, they will also be the ones that are more than likely to engage with your content. And engagement is key. It's one thing if your content is viewed in a social media feed, but if it's not actually being engaged with, if people aren't liking it, if they aren't commenting on it, and sharing is one of the best ways to see people engaged, then you really need to restructure who you're going after and what type of content you're putting out there. So having that description, telling people who you are and what your why is always going to be important. And the fun part is creating content. And this is where our Photofy real estate marketing solution comes in. And I will stress again, joining these every month, we have a lot of different content that we post, including all of the content from our Facebook group page. So I'm going to go ahead and share that in the description here as well, because if you're not already a part of that, what I love about this group is that we've got, when we're growing, we've got about 3,000 individuals across all different real estate organizations right now. So, okay, good, Michael. Thank you for the heads up on that. I'm going to add a link to that page here. So the Facebook group is where you can not only find our webinar that we're discussing here today, but you can also find a lot of different educational content about what Photofy is, what we do, and most importantly, how we help you market your business. Now, I will also add, if you are somebody, perhaps you're already a part of RE/MAX, you're a part of Berkshire Hathaway, or you're a part of another one of our real estate partners, we'll also have some content for them in there. We are constantly growing. So if you don't see your enterprise as part of them yet, it doesn't mean that we're not in the talks already. So definitely feel free to join the Facebook group, comment, collaborate, teach other people to be marketing pros within their real estate organization. So when it comes to creating content, we'll dive in here in just a second to our real estate solution. But what's really great is thinking about, how do you keep things fresh? How do we make things as engaging as possible? And that's again where that brand and how to build a brand webinar will come into play, which I'm excited to share with you all as well. Content calendars. So in next month's webinar, we'll be discussing how to build content calendars with compelling content. And that's our June webinar, which will take place on the first Tuesday of the month at 1 p.m. So these are recurring webinars. So once a month, we'll be posting, when you can engage and join that webinar. And if you're not able to make it, they will be live on that Facebook group that I just shared, our LinkedIn page, and our YouTube channel. So a lot of different ways to dive back in and catch our webinars. So this is another really important step, is you've created your page, you've gotten to the point where you have this awesome business page. Make sure to invite people, because that is the point of, getting people to like your page and getting people to engage with your content, is you want to make sure that they know about it. One of the biggest things with social media, if you've been on there and you've engaged with other business pages yourself, you'll find that it is a constant fight for attention. So it's very much a pay-to-play space, which makes it even more important to create engaging content that aligns with your audience. By now, hopefully you understand your exact target audience, the person that you're going after, even down to what is their persona, where are they shopping, what do they like to do. Creating content that speaks to that is exceptionally important. And I see so many real estate agents that do it super, super, super well, especially when it comes to giving some love to their local markets. So inviting your family, inviting your friends, inviting people that are already within your contact list, great idea. The other thing you can always add is, hey, if you wouldn't mind, share my page as well. And you'll find that they are more than likely, of course, if they have an exceptional experience with you, they're more than likely to share your business page and share your content. The same thing is you can add follow us content and you can add follow us links and or buttons to your website. So it's really a great idea to integrate your pages into all of the other social media and or digital marketing, even print advertising that you have. So if you include that on your website or if you include your Facebook handle on your business cards, that allows people to know where you're at and where else they can find you. The other thing is, and this is something to think about because I know that within the industry of real estate, there's a few different areas for reviews. Now, reviews are worth their weight in gold. I've worked across many different industries, and I can tell you that is one thing that when you can have word of mouth marketing and you can have reviews and testimonials, you've hit the jackpot. So asking your customers to leave a review for you on your Facebook page, that'll help boost your search. But keeping in mind that Google now does aggregate reviews from Facebook, Google, and any other of your review platforms. I can't speak directly to the testimonial tree, which I see a lot of real estate agents use, but at this point, they realize how important reviews are and wanting to make sure that they aggregate all of those into one place. So getting a few of those reviews from your trusted clients and preferred customers, always a great idea. All right, so let's dive into a demo. As I switch over screens here, I want to open up the floor to any questions I know we go through this, and like I said, this will be not only recorded, but shared to our programs and our platforms so that you're able to watch at any point. So if you want to go back this as a guide so that you can do so. Now, I did want to go back to a question that we had at the beginning from a participant about our NAR program. So this is separate from NAR. We have probably up to 50,000 NAR subscribers on Photofy. The nice thing about the NAR plus real estate marketing solution is that the real estate marketing solution is separate. However, if you are an NAR member, which I'd have to assume most agents are at this point, very important to be, if not. If you go on there, you are able to have the NAR program for free. So the NAR plus Photofy program, and I'm actually, as I'm talking about this, I'm going to add that into our chat box because if you're not part of that, you should be because it's free and it's awesome. NAR created this Photofy program so that all of their members would have access to the That's Who We Are campaign assets. So that's a big focus for theirs. And if you decide to sign up with the real estate marketing solution, if you use the same login credentials for your Photofy plus NAR account, and I'm sorry, I'm used to saying NAR instead of NAR. If you use those same login credentials, you'll be able to toggle between the two. All right, see, we got a quick question here. So many businesses use their personal page to promote themselves on their business page and do not use a business page. What is your opinion? So Michael, that's a really great question. And I think it's one that I would best answer I think it's great to use your personal networks, but I also think it's important to have your Facebook business page and perhaps even a Facebook group page where you're sharing professional content. Because when you think about how you condition your clients and the people that you work with, on your personal page, you're sharing family updates and maybe you have other things going on in your life and memes and quotes and things like that that you want to share, which is great. However, there is a divide within a professional and personal look and feel. And I'd go back to say too is I wouldn't recommend linking your personal Facebook to a website or your business card. That's where your professional business page in many instances almost now serves as your website. So people can go there, they have your contact information, everything is right there ready for them to click on. So I think it's great for you to share and cross promote content from your business page to your personal page, but I absolutely do think that it's a necessity to have a business page as well. That's a great question. All right, folks, so let's jump on to our Facebook, or I'm sorry, I said Facebook a lot, our real estate marketing solution platform. So this program was created as a comprehensive means of all of the industry content that we have been a part of, and helping other partners, enterprise partners build. So we have learned a lot along the way, and we've taken those learnings and we've put everything that we've learned into this comprehensive platform to provide for our agents. Now we're going to start off with creating that Facebook cover image. So I'm going to go to Photos and Collages, and I'll just provide a quick example of what this looks like so you understand the full process of how that will be managed for yourself individually. Home exterior. All right, so now I love a good mid-century modern look. So I'm going to go with this house here, and it's also a good like 80 degrees here in North Carolina, so that water looks amazing. But hopefully I didn't go too fast there. I'm going to move over to Edit Layout and select Ratio. Now, before our call, I actually went in and I added the dimensions for the Facebook business page. So I already have that added here where I went into add custom dimensions. I'd have to go back, but I believe it was 820 by 312 was the custom dimension there. And that's what this turns into. So now you see I have this beautiful graphic ready to go. Maybe I don't want to miss out on the pool there, so I'll crop that route. Okay. So now my image is pre-sized for Facebook and my Facebook business page. And now I want to make sure to add the good stuff. Now, of course, you can always add some fun things. So we offer stickers. So these are, a few thousand different stickers of, all of the content and all the things that we've created from our customer and our consumer app that we made available for our real estate professionals. So for this, you might be wondering why I'm covering up all this, but I'll show you here in a second. So I'm going to make this into a transparency. Okay, so the reason I'm doing this is so that it's easier to overlay text that can still be visible. Now, if I wanted to, say I have brand colors that are in the blue spectrum, say I want to create a color that's based on the picture or the image itself. So I'll grab my little guy there, or I can just use some of the colors that we have here. So I love a good teal. Let's see, I'm going to apply that. And then I'm going to inch it over just slightly. Okay, so I've applied that. Now I'm going to go back to, you see where it says artwork, add logo, text, and artwork. So I'm going to go to add logo here. I'm going to grab my Photofy logo. And what's nice about our add logo is that you can upload your own. So I've added my Photofy logo here, but you'll find where it says add your logo, you can add any overlay. So we see a lot of agents that add their headshot, which I think is a great idea. You want to put a face to the name. So we're going to add in our headshot here too. So those are all part of your logo and your branding. Okay, so I'll add that there. Next, what I'm going to want to do is, and if you're wondering why I can't see the behind those three little dots, I'm going to go forward, and the next thing you know, it's overlaid like so. So what's nice about it is that you can do all this from your mobile device. I'm going to put my logo on the other side there. And Daniela, great question. Do I use my NAR MLS credentials to log in? Absolutely. It's a really great question, and I appreciate you asking. So you will want to have your member ID, formerly known as your NERDS ID. Your NRDS ID will be needed to log into the NAR program. All right, so let's go ahead and add some text. So I just selected the custom text feature and let's see, we're gonna do this. We're gonna add home, sweet home. And you can pick out different fonts. So if you have a font that best fits your branding, you can find that in here. I'm going to do something that's a little bit more contemporary, just like that house in the backyard. So I'll use this text. There we go. And then Sue Realtor. I'll put my contact details. And of course, when I have that Instagram handle and website. So adding all of your content in there is going to be a great opportunity for them to know how to reach you. Now, sometimes spacing can be limited, so you can play around with that some. I like to use that little line symbol that helps me separate some of the things there. So I'll select apply. Then I'm going to pick another font that can go along with that, or you can pick the same, really whatever you're feeling. I'm going to format it to that. Let's get it down in size. There we go. So we need to go even smaller. Okay, so I've selected that. Now I'm pretty happy with how this looks. I don't want to add too much. I want it to be simple. I want it to be straight to the point, and I want to make sure that it's visible to anybody that is, trying to get my information. So you can go ahead and select done. And what I love about this feature is that I'm going to actually send this directly to my computer. So go to AirDrop. So I can add it in this way. So if you want to do and add that from your desktop, you can edit your page from your desktop. Or if I want to save it to my device and upload via Facebook, you can note it here where it says your photo has been automatically saved to a Photofy album on your device. So I'm going to jump over to Facebook. And then wherever my business pages are, so if I go to Photofy plus real estate, you'll find that edit button. So I'm doing this all for mobile too. So I can find that edit button, upload photo, and I can select my photo here. Now the mobile is going to crop it just slightly, so I'm going to use this version, but they'll also have the full version that'll be eligible for the website. So you'll have two different versions. Now I won't press save here because I don't want to change the background on our real estate page, but just wanted to give you guys an idea of how that would work. So I did all of that from my mobile device using the Facebook and using the Photofy app, and created my own custom Facebook cover image. Now that is saved to my device, but if I go back and want to save it to projects, I'm going to click on that second icon in to the right. I'm going to go Facebook Biz cover. And there we go. Just like that. So again, I want to stress, join our webinars every month. On our Facebook group, we really try to express the collaborative nature of that. So if you have some ideas that you've used in your own marketing that have proven to be successful and you think others could get value out of it, please share. We love, love, love seeing agents sharing and helping grow, grow the community. It's really for us a space where it's community over competition, and there's a lot of, especially in this market, there's a lot of home sales and things like that to go around. So helping everyone on their journey to becoming Photofy pros and marketing pros is always a great, great, great opportunity. So if you all have any questions, if you want to join our next webinar, I will be posting that in our real estate group, and we'll again have the recording of this available on our LinkedIn page, our YouTube channel, and our Facebook group page. So a few ways to connect with us there. But I thank you all for joining us today. I hope you found this valuable and would love any and all feedback you have. Drop us a line at support@photofy.com, or you can reach out to me directly at angel@photofy.com. Love doing those office webinars as well. So if you've got an office that you think would benefit from a webinar, or downloading the Facebook group downloading the Facebook, engaging in the Facebook page and downloading the Photofy real estate solution, always happy to chat with them as well. I think I'm getting tongue-tied with the Photofy and the Facebook today, so apologies for that, but thank you all again for attending and look forward to connecting with you all very soon.